So hello everybody, I'm SMC and as promised, I'm going to discuss about diseconomies of scale. This is the first time ever that I'm making such an educational video. So Ganesh ji ka naam leke, Saraswati ji ka naam leke, we start thinking of all the others. And special mention of my gurus like my mother, my father, all the teachers who've taught me, the teacher who's teaching this to me now, and other people who've influenced me a lot in my life. So let's start. So as on the screen, as we can see that there are two curves. So the LMC curve refers to the long-term marginal cost curve. And the LAC is not China's line of actual control, it's the long-term average cost. This point A here, it refers to the optimum level. Optimum level of what? So on the left, on the y-axis, we see cost. And on the right, we see output. So this point here, it refers to the point where our cost is the least and our output is the highest. Like suppose we go here, then obviously our cost will increase. If we go, say for example here, then our output would decrease. So given that, we can safely say that this is the optimum level. Now let's go to diseconomies of scale. So as you can see on the screen, this can be said to be the same curve. Like don't get frustrated because there are, there's SMC written here on it. So it's simply like, one more thing before that, we need to see this is the long run cost with economies of scale and diseconomies of scale. So this same graph, it explains economies of scale as well as diseconomies of scale. So what is SMC? SMC here refers to the short-term marginal cost. SAC, on the other hand, refers to the short-term average cost. This LMC over here refers to the long-term marginal cost, and this LAC over here is the long-term average cost, just what we saw in the previous slide. Now, as I told you, this point where these both curves intersect, this is the optimum quantity Q2, and it's not mentioned here. This is the optimum price cost. So we can assume it to be, say for example, $6. It's not very clear. I'll make it again. $6. So pardon my writing. So the thing is, like, I'll explain it with an example. Will not get into the technicalities, and nor am I a trained teacher, but I will explain about my understanding, and that understanding might help you clear your concepts. So as in the previous slide, it has cost, this has output. So I assume that I'm a businessman and I've started a factory where I manufacture biscuits. So the selling price of my biscuits is rupees 12 per unit. Okay. And when I start manufacturing, at that point of time, I start at a level A of output, that is Q1. So let us assume this is 1000. So I am manufacturing 1000 packets or units of biscuits at a price of rupees 10 per unit. Okay. Now, as I grow, as I start manufacturing more, what will happen? The administrative costs, the other costs associated, since I'll purchase more, my raw material costs and other costs would go down. So that would lead me to go from here to this optimum point at Q2, which is, say for example, 10,000 units and at a price of rupees 6. So what has happened? At point A, I was selling at rupees 10 and making a profit of rupees 2 per unit. But the amount of pieces I was selling was 1000. Now, with the economies of scale, this is nothing but economies of scale. So just a second. Yes. This is nothing but economies of scales effect that my quantity is increasing and the cost, average cost, or the cost is decreasing. So this is the explanation for economies of scale. I guess we all know it since our school times. Now, what is diseconomies of scale? How does that work? So to understand that, just think that now when we started with 1,000 pieces and went on to 10,000 pieces, I as a businessman would obviously want to sell more pieces in the market. My brand is established. That's why I could grow so many times, 10 times. And I would want, say, for example, my factory is in Delhi. I would like to reach to Kolkata, Chennai, Bangalore, Mumbai. Why not? So I would establish further units there. And for that, I would need more new managers. If I get new managers and new costs, say, for example, I need new godowns and other costs. So that would gradually increase my cost along the LAC. And as my cost is increasing, the number of units I'm producing is also increasing, obviously. And the price is also increasing. The cost is also increasing. So say, for example, I reach this point over here at this, or say, for example, I reach the point Q3. So here it is disproportionate. And say, for example, I am manufacturing 50,000 units. But if you see carefully, this point here, it would be around 7 rupees. Okay, so it is still lower than this 10 rupees. So I am selling I'm selling at 12 rupees, 50,000 pieces whose cost is 7 rupees and not 6 rupees. And somebody might ask that why are we, if our cost is increasing, then why are we manufacturing more? The optimum level is in respect to the LMC and the LAC curves. But as we increase our scale, as the diseconomies start working, the cost increases. And the rationale behind producing it is that my number of pieces is more, so my revenue is more. The amount I would be earning by selling 10,000 pieces at 12 rupees would be 1,20,000. But at 50,000 pieces, it would be 6 lakh rupees. So even though at the first level at 10 and 12 was the selling cost, my profit was 2. At the next level, it was 6. And at the next level, it is 5. But this 5 gives me much more higher profit than this 6. So that is the rationale. That is the explanation. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video and it made sense to you. Thank you.